Assalamu alaikum students, my name is Mahjabeen Akhtar from Hamza Army Public School and College for Boys. Welcome to online sport program class 2nd year chemistry lecture 2 of chapter 15 organic compounds. Today we will discuss about the coal as a source of organic compound. First of all, you have to know that how the formation of coal takes place. Actually, it is formed by the decaying of the trees buried under the earth crust in the presence of the high temperature and pressure. Conversion of the trees into coal occurs in the presence of high temperature and high pressure. These are the trees buried under the earth crust, then in the presence of heat and pressure it is converted into coal. So now come towards the destructive distillation of the coal. Actually, what is destructive distillation? It is the heating of the solid product at a high temperature in the absence of air. It is also known as the carbonization. Coal is heated at a 500 degrees Celsius to 1000 degrees Celsius in the absence of air. Upon heating, upon destructive distillation, it produces a fraction of coke, coal gas and coal tar. And upon the fractional distillation of coal tar, it produces more than 200 aromatic compounds. Coal tar contains a large number of organic compounds which are separated by the fractional distillation. Fractional distillation is the distillation or separation of the components according to the difference in their boiling points. As per Geological Survey's estimation, about 184 billion tons reserves of the coal is present in Pakistan. This is the fractional distillation. So what is the difference between the destructive distillation and fractional distillation? Destructive distillation is the decomposition of the solid by heating it into the closed container, and as a result volatile constituents are produced which are collected. Fractional distillation, it is the distillation or the process which is used for the separation of the hydrocarbon carbonates present in the crude oil petroleum. It involves the separation of the components via the decomposition of the solid, while it involves the separation of the components according to their difference in their boiling point. This is the apparatus. In apparatus, it includes the two test tubes connected to each other, while the side tubes and one containing the coal and other containing the water. And as you have seen in the picture in previous slide, fractional distillation apparatus consists the fractional distillation column, a condenser and two containers. Destructive distillation, it is mainly used for the distillation of the coal, and fractional distillation is used for the separation of the constituents in crude oil. So upon the destructive distillation of the coal, these fractions are obtained: crude coal gas, ammonical liquor, coke, carbon gas and coal tar. These are the fractions obtained by the destructive distillation of the coal. Upon the destructive distillation of the crude coal gas, it produces the benzol, coal gas, cyanides, sulfur compounds. And upon the fractional distillation of the coal tar, it produces the benzol, toluene, xylene, naphthalene, phenols and many other compounds. These are the main fraction, and there are about 200 other organic compounds which are produced by the fractional distillation of the coal. So now come towards the characteristics of the organic compounds. There are some characteristics of organic compound. Number one, the composition. As you know that according to the definition of the organic compounds, carbon is the essential constituents of all the organic compound. Now the combustion, as you know that there's a high percentage of the carbon present in the organic compounds, so they are combustible and it produces the carbon dioxide upon the combustion. Melting and boiling point, all the organic compounds, they have generally low melting and boiling points. Solubility, organic compounds, they have the non-polar linkages, covalent bonds, and they are generally soluble, and they have carbon-carbon bonds. Carbon forms the chains with other carbons, so they have the non-polar linkages, therefore they are soluble in non-polar solvents, they are soluble in organic solvents like alcohol, ether, benzene, etc. They are less soluble in water. Now the stability, generally decompose at a high temperature. Why they decompose at a higher temperature? Because they have very low melting and boiling point. Electrical conductivity, as you know that they contains the non-polar linkages. They have low melting and boiling point, therefore they are poor conductor of the electricity both in fused state and in solution state. Source, as you know that most of the organic compounds, we have already discussed the sources of the organic compounds, so most of the organic compounds, they are obtained from the plants and animals and fossil remains. Rate of reaction, they have very slow rate of reaction. Why they have slow rate of reaction? Because in these organic compounds, first of all, the covalent bond, breakage of covalent bond takes place, then the formation of the new covalent bonds is take place, so they have generally slow rate of the reaction, and they need specific condition for the reaction. Now the uses of the organic compounds, there are some uses of organic compounds, and as you know that organic compounds have the variety of applications in our lives, in food, clothing, in biological reactions. So all the chemical reaction that takes place in animals and plants involve life molecules like the protein, carbohydrates, enzymes, lipids, vitamins, fats and oils, nucleic acid. They all are organic in nature, these molecules. So the chemical reaction takes place by these molecules, on these molecules, they all are organic in nature. So we are dependent upon the organic compounds in food, clothing and medicines. Chemists synthesized many of the organic compounds: plastics, rubbers, detergents, medicines, paints, varnishes, fertilizers, artificial fibers, pesticides, cosmetics, soaps, cement, dyes. They are used in daily life. This is the following list illustrates some of the important uses of the organic compounds, like food. In food, as you know that there are the biological molecules like protein, fats, carbohydrates, oil. These are organic in nature, and these are used in biological chemical reactions. Clothing, cotton, silk, wool from the plants and animal origin, and nylon, rayon, dacron, they are synthetic fibers. They are organic in nature and they are used in our daily life. Shelter, wood, paints, varnishes, they are organic in nature and we use them. Power and transportation, for the transportation we use the petroleum, we use the coal. For the fuel, as a fuel, natural gas we use as a fuel. They are organic in nature. Medicines and drugs, almost 80% of the drugs are organic in nature and they are used as medicines in allopathy, homeopathy and desi tip, like penicillin and streptomycin. They are used as a medicine. So other uses: insecticides, insecticides to kill the insects like DDT, dichloro-diphenyl trichloroethane. It is used, and this is organic in nature. Hormones and steroids, these are also organic in nature, and they are complex organic compounds. Vitamins and enzymes, vitamins which are essential for our life, enzymes which are present, which are used for the biological chemical reactions, they are organic in nature. Antiseptics and anesthetics. Antiseptics, these are the drugs used to prevent the growth of the disease causing microorganism. Anesthetic, these are the drugs used for the temporary loss of sensation. These are also organic in nature. Pigments and dyes, these are organic compounds which are used for the paints or calico printing. Paper and ink, this is the source and fundamental part of civilization. So perfumes and flavors, plastics, rubbers and resins, propellants, refrigerants and explosive propellants like aerosol sprays, soaps and detergents, herbicides like Teflon, photographic films and developers. These are the uses for the organic compounds we use in our daily life. Biological problem in organic chemistry. Most of the biological problems are related to organic chemistry. How? For example, biological chemical reactions which are taking place in our body, these are organic in nature. These are the organic reactions. Organic reactions are involved in the formation of the tissues and foods. So these changes happens in metabolism and growth process.